Good evening, Shifa. Shifa, please confirm if I'm audible to you or not.
Yes, sir, you are.
All right, Shifa, thank you so much. All right, in the previous session, we were talking about the admission of partner, and I think we were talking about the first adjustment in case of admission, which was the calculation of new profit sharing ratio. I think from the last two sessions, we were doing the same thing. And
Yes, sir.
in the last class, if I'm able to recall, tell me if I'm not correct. I think we did question number 99 in the previous class. No? We did this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we have also done question number 100. No, or
No, question
I think
number
I gave
100
you
was
this.
homework.
Okay. Question 100, 101, 103, I guess. Still 103 was homework or 102?
Till 102.
102. Okay. So you have completed all the questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any doubt in any question? Zainab, do you have
Sir,
any
can
doubt?
you confirm the answer of the 100th one?
100th. Okay. Just you have to wait for a moment. I'll have to check the answer.
Yes,
Just
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
101.
All right. Tell me the answers you have got. Starting with Shifa.
I got 36 is to 24 is to 20 is to 20 is to 25.
Mm. So you have taken the common factor of all these ratios. After taking the common factor, you are getting this answer.
No, I didn't take the common factor.
You take the common factor. Could you please repeat it one more time?
36
26
is to 24
mm-hmm.
is to 20 is to
Mhm.
20 is to 25.
Okay. And there is no common factor in this question, in these ratio. So I guess your answer is incorrect, Shifa. And
Okay.
all right. So Zainab, could you please confirm your answer? Zainab, please confirm.
Sir, I got the same like 36
Mm-hmm.
is to 24 is to 20 is to 20 is to 25.
Okay. Okay, no problem. All right, let me do this question for you. You just wait for 2 minutes. So question solution to question number 100. Okay, so basically question is saying that there are four partners, 36, 24, 20, and 20 is their existing ratio. All right, so existing profit sharing ratio is 36, 24, 20, 20. ABC. Okay. And question is also saying that they have admitted one new partner E for 20% share, and they will be sharing the future profit in the ratio of 3 is to 4 is to 2 is to 1. Okay. So new partner share is new partners share. That means E's share is equal to 20% of the profit. That means, can we say, can we write 20% as 1 by, can we write it this way, 20 upon 100? 20% can be written as 20 upon 100, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
can
sir.
we can we also write it this way, 1 upon 1 by 5? 20 by 100 basically means 1 by 5, na? 20, we can divide 100 by
Yeah.
25, so we will get 1 by 5.
Yes, sir.
So that means new partner is coming for 1/5 share of the profit. So let's now just find out the remaining profit after the admission of the new partner. So remaining
4
share
by
will
5.
be, correct, this will be 4 upon 5. And the remaining share will be distributed among, just a minute. Okay. Remaining share will be distributed between among the A, B, and C, A, B, C, and D. And the new ratio in which they will be sharing the profit is already given. 4 by 5, 4 by 5, 4 by 5, and 4 by 5. The new profit sharing ratio in which they will be sharing the profit is given as 3 is to 4 is to 2 is to 1. So 3 is to 4 is to 2 is to 1. All right. So can we write it this way? 3 by 10, 4 by 10, 2 by 10, and 1 by 10. Right now? So we can now find out the
Yes, sir.
share in the hand of A, B, C, and D. So we will get 12 upon 50. Is that correct? Then 16 upon 50. Then 8 by 50. And 4 by 50. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And E share is how much? E share is 1 upon 5. Now E have the different base. So just to equal the base, what we can do, we can multiply it by 10. So the new profit sharing ratio will be 12 is to 16 is to 8 is to 4 is to 10. And since all these value are divisible by 2, so we can write it as 2 6 are 12, 2 8 are 16, 2 4 are 8, 2 2 are 4, and 2 5 are 10. So the final ratio will be 6 is to 8 is to 4 is to 2 is to 5. Got it? Is this clear now?
Yes, sir. So, can you
Yes,
give me a
sir.
second? I want to write this.
All right.
I
please note this.
multiplied it by the original ratio, 9 is to 6 is to 5 is to 5.
Got it. All right. Now you understood, na?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Okay, if you want to write it down, please note this. Tell me whenever you want me to slow down. Janav, is this question clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Done?
No, so 1 second.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. And what about question number 101? You got the answer for it as well.
Yes, sir.
Could you please tell me the answer?
2:3. Wait, no. New profit sharing ratio is 12:3:15. And
12 is-
sacrificing ratio is 2:3.
Sacrificing ratio is 2:3. I think sacrificing ratio is not right. Or sacrificing ratio is incorrect. Tell me the new profit sharing ratio.
12:3:15.
12:3:15. That means 4:1:5. 4:1:5. Okay, so this is also wrong, Shifa. Zainab, you got the answer?
No, sir, I didn't do that. 101.
0. Okay. All right, no issues. So 1 0 when we will delve into partnership, X give 1/3 of his share while Y gives 1/10 from his share to Z. All right. So now to determine the profit sharing ratio, what we will do. Solve this question for you. The question says that we have actually said X is equal to of his share and Y gives 1/10. Understand this? For how much? First of all, sacrifice and right. Find out, and then we'll find out. X sacrifice will be X is what X is saying. X currently is how much? It is 3/5. Is that right? Current ratio is 3/5.
Sir, your voice is getting very lower.
My voice is getting lower. Am I audible? Am I clear now?
Yeah.
I have to.
And it's breaking up.
It is breaking. It is clear now.
Yes.
No, sir. No, sir. It's like there's a lot of disturbance.
There's a lot of disturbance.
Yeah, like static noises.
I think there's some problem with my microphone. Actually,
Yes,
my
it's fine now.
my battery is dying.
Yeah.
Maybe because of that it
Oh,
is happening. Anyways, let's continue. I'll try to solve the issue by tomorrow,
yes, sir.
and maybe I'll try that
I can
from
hear
the
you
next
now.
session
It's
onward.
fine.
Okay. All right. So first of all, we need to determine X sacrifice. So for finding out the X sacrifice, see what is written in the question. X is sacrificing how much? He will be sacrificing 1/3 of his share. Now this point is very, very important. Whenever it is written that someone is sacrificing this much proportion of his share basically means we need to multiply 1/5 to determine the sacrifice of A. His share basically means out of 3/5, we will be giving 1/5 of this share. So for that purpose, to determine the sacrifice, we need to multiply 1/5. But I hope this point is clear to you. Not 1/5. I'm sorry. It is not a 1/5.
Yes,
This is
sir.
1/3. This is 1/3. Okay. So that means A X sacrifice will be 3/15. Is that correct? Is this clear, both of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And
And
again,
and
to
but
determine
why
the Y,
sacrifice is from, right?
yes, this is in case of Y, it is written from. So whenever it is written
Yeah.
from, you need to subtract the share. You will have to subtract the proportion of share that Y is sacrificing. Y is sacrificing 1/10 from his share. So that means we need to subtract 1/10. Got it?
Yes, sir. 3/10.
3/10. All right. So the sacrificing ratio will be 3/15 is to 3/10. And to equalize this, what we will do? How do you equalize this?
Of take the LCM as 30.
Mm-hmm. Why do we take the LCM? We need to equalize the base, na?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you have to multiply it with 3/15 into 2/2
So
and
shall
3/10
we
into
multiply it by 3 and multiply it by
3/3.
2
Yeah, yeah.
to,
Yeah, yeah.
so it will be 6/30 and it will also be 9/30. Is that right?
Oh,
So
yes, sir.
sacrificing ratio will be 3 2s are 6. I'm sorry. 3 2s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. So sacrificing ratio will be 2:3. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's what I said. I calculated it in the end with
Mhm.
old ratio minus new ratio.
Okay. So you got the sacrificing ratio as 2:3, na?
Yeah.
Okay. And why did I said that is not right? I don't know why the answer over here is not as 3:2. Anyways, our calculation is correct. Moving on to the calculation of new PSR, new profit sharing ratio. So to determine the new profit sharing ratio. To determine the new profit sharing ratio, what we'll do, A, B, and it's X, Y, and Z. Ah, X, Y, Z. So X will be sacrificing 3/5 minus 3/5 minus 3/15 and 2/5 minus 3/10, and Z will be acquiring 3/15 from X and 3/10 from Y. So this will be 15, 9 minus 3, that means 6/15. And in case of this 10 and 4 minus 3, this will be 1/10, and it will be uh, LCM of this will be equal to
So it will be 30, right?
it will be 30, na?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be 30. Okay. I'm sorry. 30,
Mm.
and this will be 2. Fifteen by 30. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the ratio will be 6 by 15, 1 by 10 is to 15 by 30. So multiplying it to equal the base, we should multiply it by
12 by 30
2 and 3. So that means 12 is to 3
is to 3 is to
is to
15.
50. Yes.
Yes, sir. That's what I got.
Okay. So 12 is to 3 is to 15. So then in that case, your answer is right.
Okay, sir.
Zainab, you understood the calculation now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to write this down?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please do that quickly.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. All right, everyone. So let's move to the next topic. And now we will talk about the treatment of goodwill. See, treatment of goodwill is one of the very important concept in the reconstitution of a firm. See, the topic that we are doing, it comes under the reconstitution. Admission of partner is one of the mode of reconstitution. All right. So under reconstitution, goodwill is a very important topic. But goodwill, we will be understanding the treatment of the goodwill in detail later. At this point of time, we will be covering the treatment of the goodwill from the viewpoint of the admission of partner only. I'll talk about the treatment of goodwill separately as well. But for now, just we will be covering the concept of goodwill from the viewpoint of the admission of partner. All right. So see, from the viewpoint of goodwill, from the viewpoint of admission of partner, we can classify the goodwill as into two categories. One is called the purchased goodwill, and then there is self-valued goodwill. There are two types of goodwills: purchased goodwill and the self-valued goodwill. If it is the purchased goodwill, then in case of purchased goodwill, we need to write off the purchased goodwill among the partners by passing the journal entry. We need to write off the purchase goodwill among the old partners, and the general entry for that is old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. So what do you mean by writing of the goodwill? Writing off basically means it will be written off from the books of account. It won't be shown in the books of account in the future. And since goodwill is an asset and it is and partners have decided not to show it in the books of account, that means asset is going to be there is going to be a decrease in the value of the asset. And if asset is decreasing, then the loss of decrease in asset need to be borne by all the old partners, all the old partners. And in that case, when assets are written off, when partners have decided to write off the asset from the books of account, For that purpose, we need to pass the right of entry. And writing of entry will be old partner's capital account debit to goodwill account. That means the loss of the goodwill will be distributed among all the existing partners. All the partners' capital account will be subtracted, it will be reduced by the amount of goodwill. Like for example, if the value of goodwill is 30,000 and all the partners are equal partners, then 30,000 will be distributed all between all the partners in the equal ratio. That means everybody is going to get 10,000. Every partner's capital account need to be debited by 10,000. So this is how we treat purchase goodwill. Purchase goodwill is written off from the books of account. When it comes to the self-generated goodwill, whenever a new person is getting admitted to the partnership, he will have to bring some premium for goodwill. Whenever a new person is getting admitted to the partner, this premium is for the self-generated goodwill. So let me make it very clear. Goodwill is broadly classified as the purchase and the self-valued goodwill. When it comes to the admission of partner, we won't be discussing about the purchase goodwill in this topic. We will be understanding the concept regarding the self-generated goodwill. So when it comes to the self-generated goodwill, a new partner is advised to bring some premium for the self-valued goodwill, and that premium need to be given to all the old partners. So what I'm trying to say is that goodwill, if it is valued, self-valued, for the self-valued goodwill, new partner will bring in necessary cash as the premium for goodwill. All right. And whenever a new person get admitted to the partnership, he will bring two things. At least number one, he will contribute his share of capital, like the old partners have contributed. And similarly, he will bring in some cash by way of premium for goodwill. And whenever the premium for goodwill is brought in by the new partner or the capital is introduced by the new partner, then we need to pass some journal entries. So we'll be talking about those journal entries. See, what journal entry will be passed? First of all, whenever capital is being introduced by the partner, at that time, journal entry will be cash or bank account debit to new partner's capital account. So whenever a new partner is getting admitted and he's bringing in cash or bank by way of capital contribution, then cash account will be debited to partner's capital account. I hope this is clear. On the other hand, when he will bring premium for goodwill, for the self-valued goodwill, in that situation, the general entry will be cash account debit to premium for goodwill account. Cash account debit to premium for goodwill account. And as I said, such premium for goodwill, which is brought in by the new partner, will be distributed among all the old partners. And sir, in what manner we should divide the premium for goodwill among the old partners? So the answer is in their sacrificing ratios. So to distribute the premium for goodwill among the old partners capital account, we need to determine their sacrificing ratios. After determining their sacrificing ratio, we'll have to distribute the premium for goodwill in respect of all the partners, or in respect of all the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. So let me just explain these thing one more time. So what I'm saying is that goodwill can be classified as the purchased goodwill, number one. Purchased goodwill. Purchased goodwill, what do we do with the purchased goodwill? Purchased goodwill is generally written off. It is written off from the books of account, and in that case we will be passing the journal entry, and the journal entry will be what will be the general entry? General entry will be old partner's capital account will be debited. Old partner's capital account debit to the goodwill account. This is the general entry when the purchase goodwill is written off from the books of account. Whereas if it is the self-valued goodwill, for self-valued goodwill, new partner has to bring premium for goodwill. Now when a new person comes into the business and brings in premium for goodwill, we need to pass the general entry again. And the general entry will be done like this. First of all, the first general entry will be done for bringing in premium for goodwill into the business, and that will be cash account debit to premium for goodwill account, right? And then same will be distributed among the partners, and for that purpose distribution entries will be done, and that will be premium for goodwill account debit to old partners capital account in their sacrificing ratio. All right, so these two general entries will be required whenever a person is being admitted to the partnership and brings in premium for goodwill. I hope this is clear to both of you.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, how do we identify if goodwill is purchased or self-valued?
It most of the time it is already written in the question. It will be easily identified. If it is the purchase goodwill, then also it will be written in the question. If it is the valued goodwill, in some way or the other, it will be mentioned in the question.
Okay.
You will have an idea about how whether it is a self-valued goodwill or the purchase goodwill. Whenever it is written that valued goodwill or the goodwill valued, something like this, it is always considered as the self-valued goodwill. Okay. Or one more thing, whenever balance sheet is given and goodwill is written over there in the balance sheet, then it is always considered as the purchase goodwill. And if value of goodwill is given in the additional information out of the balance sheet, then it cannot be considered as the purchase goodwill. We will simply presume that it is a self-valued goodwill. So purchase goodwill is always shown under the books of account. That means you will be able to find out the purchase goodwill in the balance sheet. Okay, that way you will be able to identify whether any goodwill is a purchase goodwill or self-valued goodwill. Got it? Is this clear? Tell me,
Yes,
both
sir.
of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so before proceeding further with the question, I just want you to note these points. Put the heading in your notebook, treatment of goodwill, and write these points.
Done, sir.
All right. Done, both of you.
No, sir, 1 second. Oh, yes, I'm done.
Done. Okay. Also note these journal entries as well, because we will be passing these journal entry in the upcoming questions.
Oh, yes, I'm done.
Done, sir. But sir, what does this
Uh-huh.
DR mean? DR.
DR basically debit. DR is the sign used for debit.
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay. All right, both of you. So let's start with the question. See, let's start with question number 104. A and B are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is given as 2:5. They have admitted C on the condition that he will bring 14,000 as his share of goodwill to be distributed between A and B. C's share in the future profit or loss will be 1/4. What will be the new profit sharing ratio, and what amount of goodwill brought in by C will be received by A and B. Okay, so in this question, firstly, the old profit sharing ratio is given, and question thankfully tells us that the how much amount will be brought in by C as his share of capital. So question clearly state that C will be bringing 14,000 as his share of goodwill. That is, he will be bringing 14,000 as a premium for goodwill. And question also tells that for how much proportion of share C is being admitted to the partnership. It says that C will be coming for 1/4 share in the future profit. So firstly, the question basically is asking us two things. Firstly, the new profit sharing ratio, and then the amount of goodwill that will be distributed between A and B. How much out of 14,000 A will be acquiring and how much B will take. So that we need to determine, but for that purpose, we will have to determine their sacrificing ratios, because premium for goodwill is always distributed between the partners and their sacrificing ratios, right? So let me help you solve this question, and I'll give you another question to solve. Just wait, just look at the solution, how I'm solving it, and once this question is done, you will be able to solve the other questions. So solution to question number 104. So first of all, we need to determine the sacrifice of the partner. So we'll first of all determine A sacrifice and B's sacrifice. But for that purpose, we'll have to first of all determine the remaining share. Na? So the remaining share after the admission of new partner, remaining shares will be, the new share is, C's share is 1/4. So the remaining share is 1 minus 1/4. That means 3/4, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so that means A's share will be out of remaining share, A and B will be sharing the profit in the old ratio 2:5. That means 2/7 and 5/7, right? So that means this will be 6/28, and this will also be 15/28. Is that correct? A's new share and B's new share will be 16, 6:15. Got it? Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we will be able to determine the new profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio will be A's, B, and C share. A share will be 6/28, B share is 15/28, and C share is 1/4. That means to equal the base, we can just multiply it by 7, and the ratio will be 6:15:7. This will be the new profit sharing ratio of all the partners. Yes or no? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
all we
sir.
need to do is determine the sacrifice of A and B so as to distribute the premium for goodwill among the partners. So sacrificing ratio will be, to determine the sacrificing ratio, what we will do, we will to determine A's sacrifice and B's sacrifice. How do we determine the sacrifice? Any idea? Tell me. How do we determine how do we determine the sacrifice? No idea? All right, so
Old
this
ratio
is my,
minus new ratio.
okay, you can do that as well. New profit minus old ratio.
Where it's okay.
It will give the same answer, only we get the, if we are getting the negative value, that means we
Yeah,
will be
it's
sacrificing,
sacrifice.
otherwise. Okay. See, new profit sharing ratio is what? It will be, it is 6 by, in case of A, it is 6 by 28. Or yeah, it is 6 by 28. And for B, it is 15 by 28. And what was their old ratios? Old ratio was 3 by, old ratio was 3 by 4. And no, 2 by 7. 2 by 7. And 5 by 7. It will be minus 2 upon 28. And 28, that means 15 minus minus 5 by 28. So the sacrificing ratio is same as the old ratio, 2:5. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So both have got the
Yes, sir.
negative values. That means both are sacrificing. Na? Sacrificing 2 by 28, and he also got the negative value. That means he will be also sacrificing. Now we need to distribute the goodwill, premium for goodwill in this ratio. So first of all, the general entry will have to pass. We need to pass the general entry for the premium goodwill. That will be the general entry for the goodwill will be cash account debit. Cash account, cash is increasing now. Cash is coming into the business. So cash account is debited to, cash account will be debited by what amount? 14,000. Is that correct? And it
Yes,
will
sir.
be by way of premium for goodwill. So premium for goodwill account, premium for goodwill account will be credited. Okay. And we need to write down the narration as well, being premium for goodwill brought in by. Okay, after passing the general entry for bringing in the premium for goodwill, we need to pass the other general
We
entry.
distribute.
Correct. We need to distribute it among the partners. So for that purpose, we'll write down premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. That means who are sacrificing partner? A and B are sacrificing.
and
So
B.
A's capital account, B's capital account will be credited. A's capital account to B's capital account. 14,000 will be debited, and this 14,000 will be distributed among the partners in the ratio of 2:7. So 14,000 into 2 by 7. So this will be 4,000, I guess. And 14,000
Yeah,
into
4,000 and 10,000.
and we can write down the narration now, being premium for goodwill. Distributed among A and B in sacrificing ratio. Got it? Is this clear, both Zainab and Shifa?
Oh, yes, okay.
I believe, Zainab,
Yes, sir.
you will be having some problem understanding this because your basics are still
Yeah,
not
this
clear.
done.
Yeah, your general, you are not
Yeah.
aware about the general entry, so you will definitely have some problem understanding these things. You will only be able to understand the journals. See, this is what we call journal entry. So once the concept regarding the journal entry is clear to you, only then you will be able to understand the how we are passing these journal entries. And for that, for covering the journal entry, will still have to cover a lot of you'll have to attend a lot more sessions of class 11. So we are currently doing accounting equation in class 11. After that, we will be covering few more topic, and then we'll come to the journal entries. So it will take a lot of time understanding the journal entries for you. So for the time being, you have to just try to understand. You have to basically maintain patience and uh, just try to understand what I'm doing here.
Okay, sir.
Right. But the journal entry won't be clear to you unless and until you cover the journal entry topic itself from the class 11. Okay. Anyways, so Shifa and Zainab, this was all about the treatment of goodwill. I'm giving you one more question. Question number 10105. Question 105 will be homework. All right, A and B are partners in this case. Again, there are two partners, and C is getting admitted. And this time, what proportion he will be acquiring from A and B? This is directly given in the question. And the value of the goodwill of the firm, is 75,000. It is not written here this time that C is bringing 75,000. It is written that the value of the firm is value of the firm's goodwill is 75,000. So in this, out of 75,000, he will have to contribute. He will have to bring his share of goodwill. So basically, you will have to first of all find out C's share. You will have to find out C's share, and then accordingly, you have to multiply the amount of goodwill with the amount of C share so as to determine the total value of the goodwill that he will bring in. Got it, Shifa? Is this point clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'm giving you this one as homework. And okay, so 105 is your homework only for the time being. So this is it for today's
Okay,
class.
sir, can you show the answer of the previous question?
Answer of the previous question. You want me to show the entire solution?
No, sir, I
the-
wrote the journal entry, so can you scroll up? Yeah, enough. Thanks. One sec.
All right, Shifa. So are you done? You're still writing, Shifa?
Oh, yes, I'm done.
You're done. Okay. All right, Shifa. So this is it. I have given you two questions for you. No, I think I gave you only one question for your homework. Na?
Yes,
104
sir,
is
one question.
one question will be homework. And if you want to try, if you want to try, you can also try question 106. All right, so take the screenshot of this one as well. We have two
Yes, sir.
cases in it, case A and case B. I want you to try both the cases. All right. Then in the
Yes,
next
sir.
class, if you're done with these three questions, then we will be starting a new concept other than the treatment of goodwill, or else maybe we solve a few more questions based on the treatment of the goodwill itself. Otherwise, we will start a new topic.
Okay,
All
sir.
right. So this is it for
Yeah.
today's class. Thank you so
So
much. Shifa.
also,
Yes.
so by what time will we finish the whole portion? Because my exams start in October.
Your midterms are should be in October, na?
No, sir, my midterms got over long back.
So your
Like
finals are
before.
in October.
Yeah, we have
Or
two pre-boards, I think. So our portions will get over by October 10th. And then our exams start from mid-October, like 16th, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that we will be able to cover the entire syllabus by the month of October, since you are joining late, and
Yeah.
it will
Yes, sir.
it will take around. See, I honestly speaking, I think it should take around. I guess I'll be able to complete the syllabus till the month of December only. I
Oh,
won't be able to cover the entire syllabus in till the October.
yes, sir.
We will be able to cover the, I guess, the partnership. One book will be we will be able to cover. Then other than the partnership, just a minute, let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the goodwill, we have to complete the financial analysis. So apart from the fundamental of partnership, we have one book, financial analysis, and then we have the
Yeah.
other section as well, which deals with the company account. So it will be taking, it will take a lot of time. It will, honestly speaking, it will
Yeah.
take around from, this is August, September, October, November. It will
So
at
which
least take
chapters?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which chapter is IFR in?
IFR. IFR is in IFR stand for, what do you mean by IFR?
Investment fluctuation reserve and
Investment
workmen's compensation reserve and all that.
it's in the partnership itself.
So it's that part is over.
Yeah, we will be covering we have started
Okay.
our chapter with the admission of partnership now.
Yes, sir.
So
So can
although
we do those topics like at least before October?
yeah,
Because I kind
definitely
of
we'll
have
be
a
able to.
doubt in this. Okay.
We
Yeah, I have a
see,
doubt in
we will
those.
be
Please.
able to cover the entire fundamental partnership will be cleared. But I cannot say that I'll be able to cover the entire syllabus by the month of October.
Okay, so that's fine. Because we're doing, we just started cash flow today in class.
Mhm. Okay.
So after
So cash
that,
flow
I don't
basically
mind. Yeah.
that is financial analysis, na?
Yeah, it's financial analysis. Yes, it's fine.
All right. So
I
I'll
don't
try my
mind. Yeah.
best to clear the as more as possible, as more chapters as it can be possible. All right. So
Yes,
you
sir.
don't have to be worried from my side. I'll try my 100% to cover the syllabus. But honestly
Yes, sir.
speaking, we would, since October is approaching, and we won't be able to cover the entire syllabus by the month of October.
Yeah, no, so
Okay.
what we are doing right now, I can write those because it's fresh, right? But the old chapters, I kind of have problems. Like I can, even only if I practice, I can write the exams properly. So it's actually okay.
Important.
Yeah.
All right, Shifa.